Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, Mr. Dan Hafner coming at you here with today's episode, and that is finding your confidence. We're going to tackle the second question that was sent in by our lovely, awesome viewer, none other than my baby sister, Heather Hafner. She had several different questions, and we're going to tackle the second one today, which was finding confidence in yourself, which is quite a doozy, but I'm going to really try to boil it down and make it as effective as I possibly can. So I'm just going to roll that question that she had, and we'll jump right into it.
Hey Dan, it's your little sister Heather. I got a few questions for you. First, how to say no. Second, how to build your confidence. And third, how do you take the initial step from changing your thoughts into action? All right, let me know. Love ya. Bye.
Okay, so I'm going to try to do my best here to tackle this topic. I mean, obviously, it's quite an in-depth thing, and you can't really answer this question in a 10 to 15-minute podcast episode. But really, what I was able to boil this down to, really, I actually did do a lot of research and work into this over the past day, and really kind of thought about what I was going to talk about in this one, and really kind of drew upon my own experiences as well. And really, what a lot of it boils down to is just really a couple things. Getting confidence in yourself it's tough, right? Like it's tied into our sense of self-worth. It's tied into our, view, our feelings of how other people view us, and that can affect us a lot as well. And it's tough, right? If you continually have this sense of a feeling of worthlessness, or you're not accepted, it's very, very difficult to be confident and clear in yourself, right? But the way that you start to do that, if you're starting from a place of like, I'm not confident, I really don't know what I'm doing, and you're just unsure and uncertain, is you just have to get small wins. Like, that's it. That is what I was able to boil this down to. That is the best way to start building confidence in yourself and in your abilities to do something. Like, you just have to focus on the small wins. We all get into this place where we want to be more confident, be more, sure and certain, and be seen as an expert, right? But you have to realize when you start something, when you're especially when you're starting from this place of zero, if you're like absolutely not confident in yourself at all, you're gonna suck. like you're going to be in this place where you're just not feeling it. You're just not doing well. Like I get it. Like, I've been there. I still go there at times. Like I get it. I really do. But starting to rack up these small wins is what's going to give you momentum, right? You start to, work out every day, or you start to just do something that makes you uncomfortable, or do something that makes you grow. Like, I talk about this all the time, this concept of swinging singles, like just hitting your single, getting on base every single day. In football, if you're a big football fan, players don't, or the teams don't just throw a Hail Mary all the time and just march down the field in one single play and get a touchdown. Like, they get 2 yards here, 3 yards here, 9 yards there, 17 yards there. They go backwards 5 yards. It's like, that's the process that you're going to have to go through, right? And you're not going to be able to rack up wins every single time, every single day. Like, you're going to fail. But learning from that failure is also going to build confidence. But getting those small wins will build up that momentum and start to basically build a repertoire of evidence that you have, that like, hey, I can do this. Like, I can be confident in what I'm doing. It's very easy to get doubtful and fearful when you're starting something new, or you're starting to try to be more bold about something and sound like an expert or do something different. But the more experience you gain, the better, the more confident you sound, and the more confident you appear. But the only way to get there is to screw it up first. That's just the way it goes, right? Like, that's just, you have to screw stuff up first and learn from it. And then the next time that situation comes along, you're more confident in yourself because you've been through it. Like, it's weird, but really that's the way that it happens, you know? And the other part of this is that, getting feedback on what you're doing wrong and how to learn is also another way to accelerate how you get there. Like, how you get to a place of confidence, of certainty in yourself or what you're doing or where you're going. You have to get feedback not only from yourself and sit down and analyze, like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Am I doing stuff right? Like, how can I make this better? But then also getting feedback from other people is important as well. So there's kind of this duality there to it, right? And I really wanted to tie this into the quote of the day. And I really think that this, has to do a lot with confidence. And I really think that this will be helpful for you guys. So the quote of the day is this: an entire sea of water can't sink a ship unless it gets inside the ship. Similarly, the negativity of the world can't put you down unless you allow it to get inside of you. Isn't that amazing to think about? Like, you picture this ship on the ocean. Like, it can float. It can be up there. It can do whatever it's got to do because there's no water inside of it. Now, there's water all around it. There's water way under it, but it can float. But the second that there's a leak in there and it starts filling up slowly and slowly and slowly, the ship sinks. And that's how a lot of us sink ourselves, right? We allow the negativity of the world, the pessimism of other people to creep inside of our minds and how we operate, that it's very, very easy to then just let that continue, like a continual leak, right? It just continues to get in there. It seeps in deeper. You start to believe it more. And the next thing you know, you're sitting here confused, scared out of your mind, unconfident, not knowing what you're doing. And you're like, how the hell did I get like this? Well, it doesn't happen overnight. Like, it happens through this process of slowly allowing these things to leak inside of your brain and turn that leak off, right? Like, if you're not a confident person, if you're not a certain person, it's probably because you're surrounded by people that aren't as confident and not as certain of themselves, or you just don't get exposed to those situations that will help you grow into that. So in this sea of negativity and sea of people that are pessimistic and not operating at a level that you might be operating at or want to operate at, you have to be willing, I should say, to turn that leak off and be able to filter out that negativity, because it's not going to help your confidence. It's not going to help your case. So my question for you today is this: where in your world are you finding yourself lacking confidence, and where can you stop that leak that's creeping into your mind that's telling you that you're not good enough? Where is that area? I know it's somewhere in your life, whether it's inside of your body, inside of your career, might be in a relationship, might be with a spouse or a child or a pet. I don't know. It might be with something. There's got to be an area where you're not feeling worthy and good enough. How can you stop that leak of negativity? That's my question for you today. Really think this is going to be a good one to wrap up the week as we go into the holiday. This will actually probably be the last episode here for a while, just because of the holiday coming up. I'll be sure to check out the Facebook page. Obviously, we're going to go live this weekend, and it'll be awesome. I'll be up in Pennsylvania for that one, so I'll be coming to you from another state. The Run Your Day podcast is expanding. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, that's going to wrap up today's show, guys. I hope you get a lot out of this episode. It's very easy. I get it. I I've also struggled with these feelings of self-worth and confidence. I get it. I honestly do. I mean, I still do it sometimes. But the important thing is to realize that you are worth it. That you are a confident person. You can grow into that. You can't do it overnight, but that's what this podcast is all about, right? Single wins every day. Asking ourselves the questions that matter every single day. As always, thank you all for joining. Appreciate your feedback. Have a good rest of your day. Make it awesome.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.